Will from Iron Will, and I'm going to show you how I skin an animal in the field. I'm going to show you how I use our K1, K2. So my first cut's going to be cutting up the back, up the spine. For that, I like to use a K1 sharp top. Put my thumb on the jimping up against the stop right there, hold it like this, and cut in. Just start right next to the tail. Make sure you're cutting along the spine here. And you can really make this cut to go all the way up, to the base of the skull, right between the ears here. So starting from the same cut up the back, start there, and just cut all the way around. And I'm just gonna cut halfway here, then when I flip the animal over, I'll do the other half at that point. So I'm gonna show you how to do just the one half currently. So my next cut will be up the back of the leg. So if you're gonna save this to do a shoulder mount, you just gonna wanna cut up along the back where the dark and the light hair come together, make that cut all the way through the armpit, and then straight back to that center cut. So there you are there. Next, you're gonna need to cut, around the leg. Cut in the back where I'm gonna go up the leg and meet the center cut. Now, this deer's been gutted, so there is a cut up here already, but typically I wouldn't have that cut there. So I'm gonna show you what I would normally be doing at this point. The next step now is to start skinning. You can use this knife for everything. Do the skinning, deboning with it. I'm gonna switch to our K2 knife though, which is more of a specialty skinner. Show you how I would use that. So the K2 skinning knife has more of a rounded blade with a shorter tip. So you're less likely to cut through the hide with this knife. So it's really kind of a specialty skinner. You can hold it in this position or in this position, depending on how much blade you want on front. So just start where you've made the back cut, center cut, and skin up from there. If you're trying to save the hide for a shoulder mount, try not to cut into the hide so much, just cut the tissue kind of down and away from the hide. First cut I make on the back side is around the center. What I'm trying to do there is just match up the cut I made on the other side. If you're gonna keep it for a shoulder mount, you're gonna be cutting around the middle there and match up that cut. The cut the back's already done. So the next cut is gonna be up the leg where the dark and light hair meet through the armpit, straight back here, and then similarly on the hind leg. So typically on a deer, especially I'm gonna do a shoulder mount, is exactly what I'm gonna carry out for the head and the cape. So I've got that, I've got 2 bags of meat, and the meat weighs, I don't know, I'd say maybe 50, 60 pounds. is about it for a deer. So, you know, that's basically one pack load out to get the whole deer out. And it really beats dragging by a long ways when you have a good solid pack. It's totally the way to go, especially in the backcountry, but also for whitetail hunting if you don't want to drag, which I don't want to drag. If it's more than, you know, 100 yards, a couple hundred yards, I would rather just debone it right there, pack it out, you know, less to deal with later. So that's it. I hope that was helpful for you.